We're Mood Swing Misery,
and you're listening to the Heavy Mental Breakdown.
Yeah.
I like that intro.
You fuck with
I,
that? All
I
right.
fuck with that. Yeah, I
All
totally
right.
fuck with that. And I love how
Hell
you
yeah.
guys like turn around, did the whole like, ooh, this is us. This is us. We're here.
Damn right.
Mood swing
Yeah.
misery. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I had reached out to you guys before I even knew that you were like connected with all the Brayburn stuff. Because I
yeah.
remember,
Really?
yeah, because I remember when after I had connected with all those dudes, I was looking at like who they're connected with too. I was like, oh, who else can I bring on this?
Mhm.
And then I saw the name of your band, and I thought to myself, they might be a good guest, to have on the podcast. Because it's a mental health podcast, and mood swings I know all about, and misery I know all about. So those are
What?
constant topics.
What?
So
How do you find and like select bands? Because I know that you're in New York, so like, how did you? I mean, what even like brought your gaze to Colorado?
That is a great question. I honestly don't remember, because what I do is whenever I interview an artist, I like to see who their friends are and be like, okay, well, who can I fuck with on their list? And then just become friends with them. And I forget, I got connected with Derek first. And then he told me about all the bands and the show, and that's kind of how it ran. So I found his account first. But I don't remember who I originally found it from, though.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
I love Denver, though. I have family out there. I'm there all the time. I've never been to HQ before, so I'm pretty stoked to check it out.
Oh, maybe you'll see us play there one day.
No, he's
Yeah,
coming to the
maybe.
show.
Maybe. Well,
If he gets out of the snow.
He's coming to the show, maybe.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, the snow is actually really bad here right now.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, there was a state of emergency put out last night. Basically
Damn.
saying all the flights are shut, no one be on the road unless it's an emergency.
Oh, I did see something. Wow, it's that bad.
And dude, we have
Yeah.
like no snow at all.
No, it's like warm over here.
It's gonna be a brutal winter. I mean, brutal summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we got about 15 inches or so just throughout the night.
Damn.
Pretty wild, pretty wild. Pretty wild. So with all that being said, I am stoked because I am leaving New York for the weekend. Where I am headed to is Denver, Colorado for a show that Heavy Mental Breakdown is sponsoring, the Brayburn Showcase, February 28th, Saturday. And we have Mood Swing Misery opening up the night. So come early and stay till the end. You got Mood Swing Misery circling over, Ironox, Talking Point, and the Homies and Suicide Pages. How are you guys looking forward to the show? I know I had you on already, and we talked about the show, but now this is a one-on-one. How are you guys feeling about? Now you can talk shit about all the other bands because they won't hear you. This is your
I hate everyone. All the same labels, and I hate it. No, I'm me personally. I'm excited. HQ is one of like my favorite spots. Everyone there is awesome. I think in our Devin in our interview said how just lovely the staff is there, and they're super professional. I mean, they make you fill out like W-9s and like
Oh.
real tax adult stuff.
Real things, real. Okay.
Yeah, real things. So they're super professional. They're awesome. They're
Cool.
super hospitable, and
Yeah.
the Brayburn showcases are rad, and we're awesome and excited to be a part of a bigger show like this in Denver.
Yeah, I'm really happy to play with all those guys because I don't think we play with Iron Knox at all.
We have not played with Ironox yet. No.
Yeah, but I'm excited for that. It really does feel like a family.
It's gonna be a brutal show.
Oh,
It'd be
100%.
awesome.
And like
Yeah.
and one of the biggest things that I took from that group interview is just like how stoked everybody is
Oh yeah.
within the bands, like, and that's gonna show in the performance. You know what I mean? Like everyone's gonna be stoked to be up there. The homies are be there. Hometown crowd. I am looking forward to it.
And like every show, it's kind of like it's almost like a party,
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
what
like
it
a
seems
scheduled
like.
party where like everyone shows up. You got some new faces and you got some old faces, and everyone just hangs out, and you get to, it has a premiere, so to speak, where everyone gets to do their thing. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah. So Mood Swing Misery. Who came up with that name, and why did you call yourself that? What's the story behind the name itself?
Well, we were originally called Bipolaroid, but then we played one show as Bipolaroid, and then this dude from New Orleans or some like he texted, he like messaged, he DM'd our Instagram and said, "Hey, can't use that name. I copyrighted it. Sorry." So we're like, okay, well, I guess we gotta like change our name, and so. I think you came up with Missing Misery?
Yeah, I did the like. I guess I looked at other hardcore bands like Trapped Under Ice and stuff, and it's like they always have like like
Three
their
words.
band. Well, it's that, and then it's their band name is from another song that another band wrote. So I was just like,
Oh.
yeah. So
It's from
I was
Booyah.
scrolling through my Apple Music, and I was like, oh, like what would be a good name? And I just found the Puya song, and I was like, that'd be sick. And we
Interesting. I haven't heard that yet on the podcast. Oh, we figured it out by just going through our Spotify and naming it after one of our favorites. So that's actually pretty cool. That's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
it was kind of hasty. It was like we had a show coming up. I think like the next week, so we were like, we have to play under something else for now. Like I kind of
Well, it
was
works though. It works.
yeah, I mean, I kind of was like, it'll be a filler name until I come up with something better, and then we were just kind of like, oh, that sounds good. Let's just roll with it.
To be honest,
Yeah.
when I like first joined the band, I honestly thought it sounded kind of like a filler name too. I wasn't like the biggest fan of our band name, but it really grew on me, and it's interesting because every single time I introduce somebody to the band and say like, oh yeah, we're Mood Swing Misery, they're like, wow, I love that name, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's what caught my attention, and that's why I reached out. So I definitely dig it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the bipolar thing and the mood swing things, are any of you bipolar by any chance?
No,
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think we are all somewhat afflicted in the mental health region, but I would not say that we are bipolar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only asking that. Well, first because you brought it up originally, but
Yeah.
I'm bipolar.
Oh,
And when
okay.
I saw the mood swing thing, I'm like, I know what they're talking about. I might know what they're going through.
Yeah.
So you talk about mental health and stuff you're going through. What's kind of just like the surface level of like what's going on with you guys in your world and in
I
your
was gonna
mental.
say, should we do a little lineup of our
Yeah.
mental issues?
Yeah. I'll start first. I have bipolar, and ADHD, and anxiety, and all the things, all the mood swings.
Oh, there you go.
Super relatable.
I guess yeah, we'll go down the line. I definitely have some anxiety of some sort. I don't know what it is or what I react to yet. I'm still working on that. But like ADD was something I struggled with as a kid. Like I'm the type where it's like if I'm doing homework or whatever, I have to like headphones on, no one touch me, interact with me, bother me. So it was like I was that weird kid in class that like wore the like when you wear the like sound deafening headphones when you're like shooting a gun or whatever, like I was like I had to have those on because it's like any sort of noise would like tick me off. So that's
Okay.
my story. What about you, Trent?
Well, I'll just talk about our mental illness.
Surface level mental.
Yeah.
Well, one is I have general anxiety. Bless you, dog. There's a dog under here and he sneezed.
What's up?
I have a generalized anxiety disorder. I have oh, hello there. I have a major depressive disorder, and I have something called CPTSD, which is childhood PTSD.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I also do have ADHD and I'm ADD, and that's what's wrong with me.
It's what makes you different, not what's wrong
Yes.
with you.
There you go.
It's the driving force behind the band. All these things can be looked as negative, but honestly, like I find so much like value in these things because they it pushes me to like keep going, and like when I'm really struggling, I get it out in the art, or I
Yeah,
book a podcast.
dude,
You know what I mean?
honestly.
Like I actually feel like my condition has got me to where I'm at a place where I can connect with people on like a real level and be able to understand all the different anxieties and mood swings and stuff. What about you, sir?
I would say that like I'm mostly fine. In my early
I'm fine.
well, I'm sober now, but in my early
Okay.
20s, yeah, in my early 20s, I had a pretty big issue with substance abuse, and I ended up getting hospitalized and put in an institution because I had drug-induced psychosis for about 2.5 years, and I got on antipsychotics, and I'm way better now. No more,
Good.
weird
Yeah.
stuff.
Sobriety is a weird thing.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Honestly, it's a blessing though. I'm
Yeah.
really happy where I'm at now.
Yeah, I was definitely going through that short period of time too, and I'm sober right now, and it's a very great decision.
Good for you, man.
Absolutely, you
It's
too.
the best decision you could have made, dude.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, it's interesting that one thing that I constantly think about with mental health is like, you never know what someone's going through. You know, by just like looking you guys on stage rocking out, like, these guys have it all. You know what I mean? Like, they're here, they're playing shows and all this stuff, but they don't. A lot of people don't really understand like that driving force behind what we do, and it's like it's made me really think that like you don't know what anybody else is going through. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
like
You don't know what's going through.
be
their
a
head.
good exactly like just be a good person, because you don't know what that person that you're talking to is going through.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so wild. I
think-
try to keep that mindset as often as I can.
No, I mean, I think honestly, like when you have personal experience with struggling with, your mind and your emotions, I think that it really opens your mind to the possibilities of what other people might be going through. And I feel like it can make you a more open arms type of a person for those in need, because to a level you understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what we adults call emotional intelligence.
Yeah. I think it has the capacity to increase your emotional intelligence.
It's called EI instead of AI.
Yeah, yeah.
So we are here because of a track called Moth.
Yes.
Why did you guys choose this song, and what does it mean to you?
Well, why did I choose this song? Well, I do feel like it is our best written song, and I think it's one of our like saddest songs. Because this was during the time where like I was really getting into shoegaze. Like I was listening to like Narrowhead, old shoegaze like My Bloody Valentine, like Slow Dive, and I really wanted to make like a shoegazy song, and I wanted it to sound like really pretty. I wanted it to sound like really pretty, but also like while you're listening to it, like it's also just like sad, like it's melancholy, it's bittersweet.
Kind of the way you're making it sounds like emo music from the early 2000s or something.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Who are you guys inspired by musically? What are some of your inspirations?
Ooh. Well, we were at practice not too long ago when we first started as a band. I think it was Trent that came up with this like little slogan for us of like, we hope our songs make you dance, cry, and fight.
Yeah.
So
Dance, cry, and fight.
yeah, so Jordan was like, we're all practicing, and then he was like, dude, I'm the dance, Max is the fight, and Trent's the cry.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I mean you talked to Derek from Brayburn, who's my dad, and he raised me on everything, and him and my mom were both like super involved with almost everything musical from as long as I can remember. I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of punk and hardcore, as well as like the 2000s emo stuff, to Miles Davis, to
Hell yeah.
like Beastie Boys, like you name it. Like I've probably got some sort of music knowledge that my dad is always like, hey, this guy produced this thing and blah blah blah. Like, so
Well, your dad definitely has good taste in music. I'll tell you that. I'm looking at this lineup and I'm like, oh shit.
I'm a little
Yeah.
biased, but I think a lot of that's rubbed off on me. I mean, I'm wearing my Catherine Wheel shirt. That's like one of his favorite bands all time.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Uh, well, I think what really like made me want to like start learning music was Nirvana. Like my first song I learned on guitar was "Come As You Are," and I think what actually like really inspired me to like fully like make a band was Dashboard Confessional. Honestly, like I
Love
love their
Dashboard.
I love the album like the places you have come to for the most because I just really loved like the lyrics like because like when I first like heard it, I was like how could like someone just like paint these words and like make it into music like that's something like I want to do.
Yeah.
And I think later down the line like when we like were like a year in like we wanted to I started getting to shoegaze music and excuse me. I just wanted to put it into like music because I loved like the sound of it. I liked the kind of like watery sound and like some songs are just like very like pretty, but it feels like it kind of feels like you're in a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that sound. And so it's like all
Yeah, the snaps.
I just wanted to put it like all over like my music, you know.
Love it. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, next up.
I mean, honestly, I would say that most of my progress in music didn't really come from inspiration. It honestly came from fate. Like, I would say I've always been a pretty like arts and creative type of a person, but you know, when I was 14, I told myself like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to play guitar, and then all the chicks will think that I'm so cool, you know?
And then it never happened.
I think
And
we
it-
all think that before we
Yeah,
start,
I
and then
was
we're
gonna
like,
say.
actually, I don't know what this did for me. I don't know.
No, the chicks didn't think I was cool, but I ended up falling in love with music, and
Yeah, there you go.
I just started learning other instruments from there, and then, you know, I wrote my own music for a long time, and then, you know, a few years ago, just again, totally fate, one of my old friends invited me to come hang out, and I almost didn't go, but I showed up anyways, and I met this guy right here, and, you know, like probably about a month later, he was like, hey dude, do you want to join my band? And here we are.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So you two are original members, and then you came on later.
I wouldn't say that I'm new anymore, but I was the second.
Just later. Yeah.
bassist,
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You are the most recent addition to the said lineup.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how long were you two going before you made it a 3-piece?
It was always kind of a 3-piece
Oh, okay.
because I remember I was trying to get someone to play drums, and you know how hard it is to find a good drummer.
Yeah,
Or just
And-
a drummer.
literally.
And I do remember like because I went to school with Max. We were in a marching band together. Both played percussion.
Oh, cool.
I thought about like just like asking Max to be a part of the band, and I actually like held off on it for so long because like I didn't think he wanted to be in a band, and so I was like, man, I want to pick Max, but like I don't think he wants to be in a band, so I'm just gonna keep searching. And then when I was just like, I'm just gonna ask, like, hey Max, you want to be in a band? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, that was so easy. Fuck.
See what happens when you start talking. Good things happen when you talk to each other.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Communication.
Communication.
No, but then, yeah, after there, then it was like I joined and we played with our original bassist Bailey for a year and a half,
I'd say
something like that. But
Yeah.
he left to go live a little bit of a free-spirited life. Like I think he's all the way up in Michigan now, just kind of living off the land and doing whatever he wants. So
Interesting.
he broke all of his ties to the societal world, and now we have Jordan.
He's off grid.
He's off grid, and now we have Jordan.
Nice.
So
On grid.
yeah,
Well, good for him. You know, I think all of us at some point kind of wish we can do something like that.
for sure.
Definitely.
So when he came to us saying that he wanted to do it, we were just like, I mean, we don't have to stop you. We're like not even a remotely popular local Fort Collins band. Like you don't have to, nothing.
You don't have to revolve your life around this at the moment.
Exactly.
We
yeah.
pretty much got huge after I joined the band.
That's when it really took
Yeah,
off.
sure.
I don't know if I told you guys this, but I have not listened to this track yet.
No
problem,
dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be a. I like to express in the moment of what the song makes me feel and how I relate to it. So hearing it for the first time. So I think you guys have teased all this enough. I think it's time to get into the track.
Let's hear it, dude.
Let's do it.
All right, this is Moth by Mood Swing Misery. Let's break this track down. All right. So it totally matches the vibe of what you guys were talking about with your influences. Like I hear some of that early 2000s, what would we even call that? Emo music, metalcore music? I don't know. I don't even know these days anymore. But yeah, it has that vibe, but also you're talking about Nirvana and I totally hear that like grunge feel to it.
Oh,
yeah. Ugh, it's cool. It's cool. And it's like a slow burn too, because it's like it kind of sounds like it's just a dun-dun-dun, it kind of over again, and the voice is so low. Like I could just see like just chilling, like outside, like hanging out. I don't know, just like having in the background and just having a good time.
It's a very cool sort of song.
It is. It totally is. That's what I get from it.
Yeah, it crescendos and gets bigger.
Yeah, it does.
Well, so easy for you to forget about me. You got your new boyfriend and everything. I never wanted you to replace me, but I know you'll have to erase me. What do you mean by erase me? Like from memory or?
Yeah, like
okay.
I remember like in this song, I was listening to like the when I was making this song, I was listening to like a lot of music. And I kind of like, what's the word? Copied some, not copied, I don't want to say copied, but like...
I took major inspiration from...
Yeah, because, like, you got...
Was inspired by...
Yes.
There you go.
You Got Your New Boyfriend is from this song called Sweet Talk by Deer in the Headlights. And I really like that band. And Erase Me is from... this artist named Sophie Myers from the song Erase Me. And I really like those lines because it's kind of like after this song is about a breakup, but after this song after this song I kind of wanted it to like feel like I was kind of being like erased, like I was forgotten of, and you have to kind of like erase me from memory. Just kind of like a what's the word? Pessimistic feeling about it.
And I'm not trying to take this to like a really deep place or anything, but one of the things that sparked in my mind when I heard that, replace me, erase me. No, not replace me. Erase me. It's almost like you have to kill me almost. If you
In a
want to
way,
forget,
yeah.
if you want to forget about me, you're gonna have to kill me. I'm kind of here with you forever, but like in here with you.
Yeah.
I almost feel like in order to get rid of me, you're gonna have to kill me. That's what I get. Don't go too far. I'll serenade you to Maisie Star. What's Maisie Star?
I think Mazzy Star, right?
Mazzy Star.
Mazzy Star.
The one and only.
It is this yeah, it is. She did Fade Into You, like Fade into
Gotcha.
You.
Gotcha. Okay, so you'll serenade her with that song.
Yeah, I remember it was a song I was like listening to at the time, and I just now know that like kind of like anytime, you know, like how you like listen to like a song or like a band and you're kind of going through like a rough time, and anytime like you hear it nowadays, like it's just kind of like brings back old memories.
Oh yeah, I've got a few of those.
That song kind of brings back some like bad memories. Yeah.
You know, if it's cool if I just jump in here, just talking about like memories, and then you said you're gonna have to kill me. I actually liked where you're going with that because it made me think about how like if you're ever, you know, very connected to somebody and let's say it doesn't work out and you do need to kind of forget them, something I've just experienced in, you know, my life is that, like you said, you kind of have to almost like kill the thought of them, not, you know, in like a violent sense, but just more, you have to stop thinking of them like as like a person you are connected to and more just like a thing that happened almost, you know what I mean? You have to compartmentalize it, and in a way you're kind of killing who that person was to you, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. I was in a 14-year relationship at one point.
Whoa.
And yeah, we lived together, and I was away for one weekend, and when I came back, her and all her stuff was gone, and I never saw her again. And I had no clue that was coming. So after 14 years and just being erased or replaced, the erase me kind of hit a little hard, and that's kind of where I went with it.
For sure, yeah.
No. And this next line actually, I relate to it too, because take long drive in your car. I didn't know this is who you are. It sounds like a very narcissistic person who maybe I didn't know this is who you were because there was like a mask on it. You were wearing a mask, and I finally was able to see behind that mask to who you truly are, and that's what happened with me. Act like you never met me. Just gone. You tell me you're not perfect, but that's not what I see.
Rose tinted.
Or it's not what you thought.
Yeah. Like kind of with the old kind of like I didn't know this was who you are, and act like you never met me. It's kind of like it was definitely like kind of like it was just like a new like relationship, and I thought it was like going like really good, and then like kind of like you said, like out of like nowhere, like it like happened, like just like I was like swept under, like I got like swept under a rug, and like it was over, and I was like what happened, and I just kind of like found out like news like things about that, and like progressively through like kind of like the grieving process, I found out like new stuff about that, and I was like, damn, like I didn't know like this is like who you were. Like
As soon as you said grieving, that came to my head. That word grieving.
yeah.
As soon as I thought it in my head, you said it. That was kind of weird. But I was going to say that because losing somebody in your life, no matter how long you've been together, if you love them, if you care about them, when they just disappear completely, it is a grieving process. It is like a process of a death. And it's like, I have to forget about this now. Like, I can't hold on to this.
Yeah, for sure.
And in a way, I have to erase you as well.
yeah, exactly. It has to be
It's like-
mutual.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Mm.
Always remember when we slow danced in the cemetery. It's almost like always remember when we had a connection. When that dance was here. But now we're no longer, this relationship's over, it's dead.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
Ironic that it was in a cemetery.
Oh.
Grieving death.
Hey.
I mean, that's where my mind took me right away, where it said erase me. It
Yeah.
went to a dark place, and I was able to like, yeah. So I get it. Cemetery, you're gone.
Lyrical genius.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Buried. I beg of you. Oh no, I don't think we've gotten there yet.
play more of the song. It's
Oh,
our
we
favorite
are. We're gonna
part
play
is
the whole
coming up.
thing. We're gonna play the
Oh,
whole thing.
yeah. Our favorite part's coming up.
Not stopping here. All right, let's keep listening to this track. All right, before we get into that,
It's okay. It's a lot to unravel.
Gotcha there. I
knew
beg
you'd
of
do
you. I beg of you. Don't let me destroy the pictures of you. It's what keeps me from the truth of how I'll never be with you. I forgot to tell you, her and I were married too. I think I totally forgot to say that.
Oh.
I assume.
Oh.
Yeah. We were married.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you. But one of the things that she didn't take was the wedding photos. And I was stuck with them. I was stuck to figure out what the hell to do with them all by myself.
Yeah.
And I beg of you, don't let me destroy these pictures. I held on to those frames and those pictures for a long fucking time. To like
I don't
throw
blame
the
you.
wedding photos away in the trash
Oh, that's
after
rough, man.
after you got abandoned out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Fucking rough.
I
So
would,
do I
uh,
I understand that line. Do you have to leave? Because I did kind of beg her to stay. You know, I wasn't ready to give up on it. You could stay the whole night with me. Please just dance with me. Let's have one more night. Let's dance endlessly. Because if we can have one more minute together, I can convince you that we can
That's
continue.
dead
this
on the
forever.
nail.
Yeah.
That's dead on the nail. You got
Yeah,
it.
my friend. Just even be my friend. I can't imagine this life without you. Because it's killing me. And going right back to the dark place again. Like, you have to erase me. You have to kill me. Because it's killing me. That's exactly what I said on that first part.
Damn.
You got it, dude.
I think you understand this song better than we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It definitely went to a dark place. For sure. For sure. In the end, it'll be so hard to breathe anytime you were right. Wait. Oh, no. I thought this would be worth it in the end.
There you go.
The end could be a life, not even at the end of just the relationship. It could be at the end of the life.
Yeah.
Like, I've spent so much time in, like, why did it matter? It takes me to Lincoln Parks in the end. It's so hard to breathe anytime you were right there next to me. I saw her mask slip in the last couple months. Just how I was like, who even are you? There was a total change in vibe, atmosphere, but it was giving me a lot of anxiety. And when we were just even together in the same room, I'm just like, I don't even know who this person is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
that takes me to that line right there.
Dude,
Okay,
that
so
feeling is just terrible.
yeah, oh yeah, it's the
When you're like
fucking
with the
worst.
person and you want to be with them, but like even just like it's such a dichotomy, and I hate to use that word, but I'd like to say that I can relate to a little bit when it's like you want to be with this person, but being in proximity is so scary because it's almost like you're worried that if you do something wrong, the whole thing could blow up. You know, even though you want to be there, it's just so tough.
Yeah.
You know, kind of going back, but with the, I beg of you, don't let me destroy the pictures of you. You know, that is definitely a line from Pictures of You by The Cure. Yeah, yes, it's from The Cure. And the thing about it is that, like, I just remember, like, I did have like pictures of her, and I did have to like just like kind of like get rid of them. And in a way, like, it was kind of like, it's, what's the word? Like, it's kind of like I was trying to be like, you know, like, what if I just like pretend like it didn't happen? Like, I want to like keep these.
You aren't
And
in that acceptance phase yet of the grief stage.
Yeah, and it just like sucks. And it's like if I throw these like pictures away, then it's like it's over. And
Yeah.
during that time, it was like really hard. So I was like, I don't want to, like, I have to throw these away. But like, it's kind of like if I do, then I have to accept that it's not going to happen. Like, nothing's going to happen.
It's like
That's
the final. It's like one of the final things you do when you know that it's
the final
okay.
boss.
All right. This
Yeah.
is over. Where's the trash
Yeah.
bin at? Let me get this over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
It's like ripping the Band-Aid off.
yeah, I was about to say that. You got it.
I feel like I get you guys, dude. I get you guys that
I
get this song.
appreciate that.
100%.
Yeah. So what do these lyrics mean to you other dudes who didn't write it? When you first heard
What?
this track and you first were listening to these lyrics and kind of dissecting them, what were some of your initial thoughts?
You go first. I've been talking a lot.
I don't know. At least for me personally, I feel like, you know, being the drummer, I'm not listening lyrically to what is being said while we're writing. I'm more, how does this guitar part sound if I play this fill here? And, you know, I'm thinking of rhythm more than I am melody and structure and whatever else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most of the time with our songs, I'm playing along to riffs, and in my head, I'm like, oh, this sounds like a hard song. It sounds a little more heavy, but then we go in the studio and we take it, and then I'm in there with Trent while he's doing like the vocal takes. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even realize what this is about a little bit. So
Honestly,
I didn't even.
I feel like for me, this song I mean, we wrote this when we were what?
I was 20.
Yeah, 20. So I mean, Jordan's 25. I'm about to be 23 here in May. So, you know, it's not that far removed from a time in our lives, but
Yeah.
you know, I think that's what's cool about it, is that we wrote this as a unit, and then when I hear it back, you know, everyone in here is talking about how sad and like relating these, you know, anecdotal things to this song, and I'm just like, man, I had such a fun time writing this song.
I love this song.
I'm really proud of how like great, like structurally it sounds, and
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm really happy that it turned into this, you know, bearing of the heart a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that this is how we write as a band, is that I don't really know until after the fact, and I think that makes it really neat.
Yeah, I honestly feel like lyrics are the soul of the songwriter and the band.
For sure.
Like I this is why I love doing this podcast, because like, and that's why I don't listen to the song and the lyrics before, because like, okay, I want to learn who these people are through their lyrics, so I can understand them on a deeper level.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny that you pulled all these different inspirations from different songs, and you know, I think that you said there was a movie too. I wonder if there's like a subconscious, like you hear certain things and you're like, oh, like you might think that sounds good or it works, but I wonder if there's something deeper to the things that you pull out and you like pull from the songs, if there's something that just connects with you better.
No, for sure. I mean, that's how, being a musician, I always have kind of had this thought that like nothing's original. In a way, I mean, we structure things in the way that we think makes the most sense, but it's like, it's hard to not be influenced by the things that you are exposed to consistently.
But that's part of the fun, you know, like once you can kind of create something on your own and like, okay, who can I pay homage to in this track?
Exactly. Yeah, you're taking the bits and pieces from the things that you like the most to make your own thing, and
makes it fun too. Yeah,
that's what makes it fun too. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, go on.
Yeah, sure. I was just gonna say that, you know, like relationships, I wouldn't even say relationships, I would just say that like connection is something that we all desire and need, and you know, it's extremely difficult for some reason. And I think that the song does a good job of, you know, expressing that. You know, I feel like a lot of and I'm not sure how much of this is human nature or if it's some kind of conditioning, but I really do think that connection is really, it almost feels like a fantasy to a lot of us, you know? It's something that we don't know if we'll ever have, or if we'll ever have it again, or if we ever had it in the first place.
Ooh. I mean, that's what I was questioning myself too, because I was just like, this age, I am divorced. Who's going to want me now? Dude, that was one of the things that came to my mind. Like, who the fuck's going to want me now?
Yeah, it's like, what happened? You know, like, what is happening? It's tough.
Yeah.
It can be unbelievably, like, devastating, you know?
Yeah. But there's always light at the end of this. And I like to say that because I am proof of it. I went through that awful divorce. I bring this up often because I'm very open on my podcast, and I want people to be open too and feel it. But I actually I had a very hard night, and I tried to take my own life a couple of years ago. Like kind of when that all happened, I was just at rock bottom. I thought I was useless. I wasn't any good for anybody. However, since then, I've remarried and met the greatest person in my entire life and the happiest I've ever been.
There we go.
So there we go. There's light. It takes time, you know, and it is a whole grieving process. Like you almost have to view it as a literal. I said that weird. As a literal death, because it is kind of like it.
Definitely.
Do you have to leave? You can stay the whole night with me. Please just dance with me. Oh, no, I think I already did that.
But
Yeah, I already did that.
you know, you were kind of like spot on with it. Kind of like, do you like have to leave? Can we just like have one more night?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Let me prove to you that this can work.
yeah, and like, honestly, it can mean whatever it like means to you. But I remember I wrote that in a way of like, this is ending. Let's just have like one more night. Like, this is gonna end, but can we just like have one more night?
Mm-hmm.
Like in kind of like a way, and with the music video too, like I kind of like wanted it to be like, if I could have like one like last night with this person, this is how I would want it to be. But the kind of like reality is that it's never gonna happen, and it sucks. But like, because like if that would have happened, the grieving process would have been a lot easier. But it's just like, it's something like I wish would have happened that is completely unrealistic.
No.
Like, do you have to leave? Like, you stay the whole time with me. Like, let's just dance endlessly, like my friend. And like, this is killing me. Like, it has two other meanings. One meaning, is that like, the breakup is like killing me. And there's another meaning to that, which is kind of later when we get into the next section, so I'll save that for later. But I thought this would be worth it in the end. Like, maybe this would have like worked out, or like maybe like my fear of this not working out would have like helped me, And it's so hard to, sorry if I keep like rattling on.
No, you're good. This is your
But
episode.
it's so hard to breathe anytime you were right there next to me. Like, I will talk about it in the next section, but like during the time like when I was seeing this person, like I like got out of a messy relationship a couple of years before, and it like really like hurt me. Like, it was this relationship in high school, and unfortunately Max had to like watch me go through it. And it like really like, it was really hard. Like, it definitely like traumatized me. Like, and I was in that for like 2.5 years of just pure like abuse. And it kind of gave me like relationship anxiety. Cause it was, I don't want to get too into that relationship, but like I would just always be kind of afraid if like, oh, like what if I do this and like they might leave, or like what if like I say like this, or like what if I like kind of act like what if I'm like a little too emotional or this, because like what if they leave. I was just so like afraid of like the worst happening, that it was like just like so hard to breathe like anytime like you were right there next to me, because I was just like, I was afraid, it was like
Trauma.
it was, yeah, it was like really hard to get through. And
Trauma. Yeah. The only thing that could really fix that is time. Unfortunately. Because I mean, I went through a lot of that too, and it's crazy because like everything that I had always wanted out of a marriage was not what I had, but what I have right now is exactly what I wanted.
There you go.
And I think, and it took me time. I was very traumatized by that. Like, my wife can go on about my traumas and our early days in our relationship, thinking she was just going to leave me, not really fully giving my full trust, because I didn't really trust anybody afterwards. And it was a struggle for sure. But as time went on, if you're with the right person, it kind of goes away.
For sure.
True.
Let's keep rocking out.
meant so much to me. Wish you never said you're in love with me.
Well, that was Moth by Mood Swing Misery. Now I want to go wallow in my sorrows and end this interview so I can go cry in my room.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, there's a couple of lines that I want to pull out of there, and I feel like we were just talking about a bunch of this stuff because I'm scared you'll leave if you find out find about the bad things. Okay, if you find about the bad things that have happened to me, this part seems like a flip, where it's now like you're almost even talking to a new person. And I'm saying that because of what you were just saying and what I was saying about having these traumas from our past relationships and taking it with us to the next one. So it's almost like I'm scared to open up to this next one because all these things that have happened to me, I don't want to scare you off. Like that's not who I am, that's who I was, but I'm not there anymore. So, but I'm worried that you're going to find out and you're going to kind of dip again. Well, you'll dip too.
Like, that line is probably like my favorite line in that song in a way, because this song wasn't going to be like a song about a breakup. This song was going to be about relationship anxiety, and I named it Moth because like it's just like quick anecdote, but when I was a kid, like I was really afraid of moths, which is like a silly fear to like other people, but like to me it was like it was scary. Like moths like still kind of creep me out to this day. And the thing about it is that like I like to think like it's just a bug and it's not gonna hurt you. Like it's just like this ugly butterfly and it's not gonna hurt you,
Moth is just an ugly butterfly. Put that on a Mood Swing shirt.
Ugly butterfly. We should write a song called Ugly.
You should. You totally should.
And I kind of wanted to like, just be like Moth because like ugly butterfly, new EP name, Jordan says.
Yeah.
But like I wanted to put it like a moth as like a relationship, like it looks scary but it's harmless, in a way. Like that's what I wanted it to think of. And
I wouldn't say harmless, but maybe not as bad as you.
It's not as bad as you think it will be,
Yeah, because there are definitely some relationships that harm us for sure.
Oh, totally. Like,
yeah,
it's just a little like ugly butterfly. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And
because it doesn't control you.
Doesn't control me.
Yeah, like that moth or the relationship. Like
yeah.
Like you can separate yourself from that and go somewhere else. But when we have these traumas and stuff, we tend to stay there. It's almost like we're doing it to ourselves. But we can leave and run away from that moth if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Reinforce that fear.
Yeah.
And, kind of to say something about the line of like, I'm scared you'll leave if you find out about the bad things that have happened to me. And that was really hard to like kind of like process because, I had a pretty like rough upbringing. I had a pretty traumatic childhood. And, I have CPTSD, just child post-traumatic stress disorder. Like I've been kind of through the ringer with stuff. Like I've had to see my mom who has bipolar 2. I've seen her in like very terrible like mental states as a really like little kid. Mm-hmm. I've heard her say that like she was like gonna kill herself. She was gonna kill herself and it was our fault.
Oh,
so, yeah. Like, and I don't want to say anything like that like is painting people with bipolar or BPD in like a negative light. Like, it's not like they're just people. Like, there's nothing wrong with having like bipolar or like BPD, because like if you're saying like there is something like wrong about that, then you can like say like there's something wrong with me for just being like depressed or like having CPTSD. Like that's not what I'm trying to say at all. But with my mom, it felt like she was really like using her mental illness as an excuse to take out her anger on us. And you know, just trying to like get out of like just being focused as like a hurt kid, just trying to like live. I then got into like a really emotionally abusive relationship that I was talking about. And I remember I was with this one girl that I was trying to have like start a relationship with, and we were kind of like just like bickering back and forth, and I got triggered like because she started like saying like something to me. Like she started like raising her voice and like pointing fingers at me, and it was like in like a playful way. I was like, oh, da 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 da. But something in my mind like triggered something, and I started to like go into like this defensive stance, like I was a kid, and like I just like it felt like I was like trying to like defend myself like when I was like a kid, and like she just sees me like cry, and she's like, what's wrong? And then like I just burst out, and I just start like bawling. And she doesn't know what's like happening, and I just kind of say like, I'm so sorry, like I just like had like a really rough upbringing, and that just like triggered me. Like, I'm sorry you had to see that. Like I'm really sorry that like I kind of exploded, like, and I was trying to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I'm just crazy, I'm so sorry. But and unfortunately, like kind of like a week after, I asked if she wanted to like hang out, and then she like sent me a text, and it was pretty much like, I don't think like this is gonna like work out. And it felt like a gut punch, because it felt like it was because I like freaked out and had like a bit of a panic, or it felt like that relationship didn't work out because I had like a panic attack. And, you know, in a weird way, I was like, you know, whatever, like, I'm fine by myself. And then I started seeing this new girl who Moth is about. And I just remember, like, I was thinking, like, alright, just don't show any, like, sad emotions. Like, don't, like, pretty much don't be yourself. Like,
Yeah.
in a way, like, don't, like, show any part of you that is, like, that makes you look bad, you know? Because like I was very like, just a lot of things like made me like really self-conscious about like my like my depression, and that's why I started like making it into like songs. And I was just so afraid that like if this person like found out about the bad things that have happened to me, she'll leave me as well. And it was just like a way where I was like, I can't tell anyone like what has happened to me, because like if they find out, they'll just up and leave. And that's why like I started like writing the song Moth, because I'm afraid of like people like a relationship like not working out, and I'm just like constantly like afraid of it not working out, you know. And that's where that like line like because I'm scared you'll leave if you find out about the bad things that have happened to me. That is like my favorite line, because it just hurts. Like I still sometimes like think about like that one moment where like I broke down, and it just like I'm over it. I'm like over it now, but like it's still like things like, damn, like that sucks that I can't like open up, or else like it'll just like see me as like a broken like child, you know. And that's why I like kind of started like writing Moth, and then don't touch me. But I started like writing Moth about relationship anxiety, and then through like while I was in that relationship, it didn't work out, and then I was like, all right, it's time to write a breakup song. Let's do this. I started rearranging stuff, rearranging lyrics, and changing the lyrics to make it sound like still like a breakup. but I still kept in that line like because I'm scared you'll leave if you find out about the bad things that have happened to me. Yeah, there's some Trent lore for you.
Well, thank you for opening up. I mean, that was super vulnerable and means a lot, you know, and that's why I open up on this too. You know, I don't like talking about my suicide attempt and my bipolar and shit, but I feel like the more we're just open about this stuff, we just learn more about each other, and there's more compassion and
Exactly, yeah,
humanness that comes with that, you know, and
it makes you human.
Yeah, yeah. I have a couple thoughts on things you were saying. And if any of these are too personal or you don't want to answer, just tell me and we'll skip it.
Please.
In the relationships that you started later on in life, do you think you were kind of leaning towards women that you saw a little bit of chaos in because that's what you were used to growing up?
Fuck. Yeah. I totally understand what you're saying because like it's kind of like we're used to the chaos.
Right.
So it's like if you find like someone that is like kind of like healthy for you, it's just like oh, this is one.
You don't think you deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
that you're not worthy of it.
It's it's like it's not familiar, so you try to find something you're familiar with, you know?
Yeah. That's exactly what came to my mind. I'm just like, okay, it seems like a little bit of a pattern in your relationship. And that sucks because that's not your fault that you have that kind of reaction. You know, it's not your fault at all. Like the things that your mom was doing early on, like that's how these things like affect us later in life. Like it all starts at like childhood and family, and you take that with you. And unless we flip it ourselves, it just controls us. So like when we start to learn our kind of patterns and things that are bad for us, like kind of have to, as comfortable as that place is, the hard work to get yourself out of it, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. And how you said that you thought the relationship was over because you had a panic attack. Dude, fuck that. She just wasn't.
Yeah,
she wasn't strong enough for you.
For real. Oh yeah.
She wasn't strong enough for you. Like, and then that's what I was saying. Like earlier, like if you find the right person for you, then they'll stick around. Again, if it takes one thing for them to bounce, you know it's not your fault. That's on them.
Yeah. I completely understand that, but like, kind of like at the time, I did kind of think like,
sure, at the time, absolutely,
it's my fault. Like, this is my fault. How dare I fucking be abused as a kid? Fuck.
Yeah. One thing that I noticed the way that the track ended was the tone in your voice as you were singing that last part. When you were recording that, where was your mindset at?
During the
the actual recording at the end, wish you never said that you were in love with me, and how you can kind of hear that pain in your voice at the end there. When you were actually doing the recording, how did that go?
You know, it was very therapeutic, you know, because I remember during the shows we played, I wouldn't I would still scream it, but not so much where I'm blowing out my vocals. But during that one part, I just I felt just really kind of angry, and I just wanted to belt it out. And I was screaming so hard and so loud that I was getting dizzy, and I kept pushing through. And I felt I was gonna faint, but I kept pushing through, and I just wanted to I wanted it all to be natural. Just it doesn't even my vocals don't even need to sound good. It just needs to sound
raw.
Yeah, raw.
Raw,
I think-
vulnerable, and real.
Yeah, and sorry. I remember then like after it, when it just goes into like the slow part, like I'm not the slow part, but like it gets quieter. Excuse me. I you know, in a weird way, like I didn't feel sad, like because it very much felt therapeutic to me, and just kind of like I wanted to sound like I was like healing, but I was still sad. So
It sounds sad instead of a healing, but that makes it that to me that was the heaviest part of the song.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's what I think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I feel too. Every
Yeah.
time that plays, I get goosebumps, and it's like I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, it's so good.
Like if this song ended on like a happy note, I don't think it would hit as hard. Like if it was coming from a place of already being healed or healing, I think the fact of you going through it during the time of writing it, I think that's what paid off the most in this track, in my opinion.
No, for sure.
And you had said, I forget exactly what you said, but you said something like, "Oh, I'm going through this. I need to write a song about it. Let me take this and write a song with it." And that's one of the biggest powers of music, you know, like to have that outlet. Like instead of us going to grab a beer, hey, let's jump behind the drum set real quick, or instead of doing this or that, let's write a song, or let's bang on the drums or something, you know, let's slap that bass a little bit. Like music is healing in so many different ways.
Yeah, for sure.
When you put one more question before you get into that. When you released this track and it was open for anybody to hear it, open for that ex to hear it, open for your family, their family, friends, their friends, how did it feel when you released it, like emotionally? Was that tough? Were you ready to kind of just be done with it?
I was just finally happy to like release it because, you know, I'm gonna get real like I'm gonna be really whimsical here, but like I remember like just kind of like because it took a really long time for us to like release it because I think it was on the back burner for like a year, right?
Yeah, I think we recorded it in like January of 2023, and it was like one of our last like things we did with Bailey before he left town, because he ended up leaving town in March of 23.
Yes.
Something like that. So I think this was just something that
March of 24.
March of 24.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dates are mixed up. I think last year is 2024 still.
I actually scheduled someone this morning for an interview, and I said, great. And I put the date, and I put 25 at the end instead of 26. I totally forgot
There
what
you
year
go.
it was.
Yeah.
She was like, you mean 26, right?
Yeah.
Like, sure.
I'm like, no. Let's time travel. You know what I meant.
Yeah, exactly. Back in time. No, but I think it was just, I think for us, especially us two, considering that we were kind of at this weird crux in the band of we're moving on from a founding member and we're kind of writing this newer stuff. I mean, you listen to our first EP and it's a lot more of that grungy Midwest emo kind of thing. I mean,
Yeah, I dig it.
mine and his first conversations in band class were about Nirvana and like punk bands and stuff like that. So I think you can hear a lot more of that influence on our first EP. And then
I can hear both of that in this one.
yeah, so then this one, it's like we're kind of incorporating the newer stuff that we were both getting more into.
Yeah.
So we were both, I think, as Bailey's leaving, we were kind of at a weird point of like, what do we do with this a little bit? At least personally speaking. So I feel like once we kind of fleshed out the sound that we were kind of diving into more, I think that's when we kind of reached the point of we feel more comfortable putting this out into the world. And I think that gave him more time to work through his emotions with it. And then, you know, we released it in July of 25 last year being 25, not 24. but I think that was like the perfect time for us because we finally, we're writing a bunch of new stuff now, and it sounds a lot similar to Moth and that sort of vein. So it's kind of our way of saying, hey, like we're moving on from our last stuff as we're moving on from a past relationship that broke us. And I think foundationally as a band, we're a lot more structurally sound. And I feel like, to me, that ending moment is like, that's where we reached a new point in our lives as creatives as well as like humans. Because we're reaching this different point, going from one part to another, changing and growing, being different people.
It seems like this track might be the anthem for your band.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of depth here, and a lot of like story behind the story,
Yeah.
going back years, and like the progression of the band and how things have changed in life and growing up and having these things. I felt like this is Mood Swing Misery right here.
Oh my gosh, stop.
That's sick.
I agree. I would agree.
That's sick. Wow. Okay. Well, that one hit me really hard because I was able to relate it in a lot of different ways for myself too. So appreciate the music.
I'm really
Yeah.
I really like making music that like people can like relate to. That's kind of like why like I said like Dashboard Confessional, because like
Yeah.
I was kind of like I was going through like a breakup, and I was like that's like I hope you're as happy as you're pretending, you know. And I was like I want to make music about this too, and like I've written songs about like being on antidepressants, like self-harm, like suicide attempt, like my relationship with my mom, growing up like with a really traumatic childhood, like breakups. And you know, I've always just like kind of a reason like I wanted to like make like these songs was because I'm hurting and I just want to like talk about it, but I also want to help people too. And I'm not going to name my friend, but I just love the fact that anytime she hears Moth, she cries. I hope she knows if she watches this, she's like, oh my god, that's me. But I'm so happy. I hope this doesn't sound like weird, but I am so happy when people cry to my music.
It makes them feel something.
Exactly.
Yes, and that makes me happy because like if it like reaches you and it means something to you, and it in the slightest moment it makes you feel better, like that's all like I want. That's what makes me like happy. This is why I love this like band and these people, because it just like it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I think some of the most influential people, like artists and anybody who does, you know, something big, films, whatever it is, I feel like some of the most influential ones are ones that have a rough story and are able to push through it and kind of bring all that pain with them and create something really special. Because like not guaranteed, definitely not saying that, but like if you didn't have that childhood, I don't think you could have wrote this song.
Yep. Yep.
And it wouldn't have that effect on your friend.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, of course, you know, if we can change things, you know, we probably would. But it's that pain that gives us that like motivation to do something with it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Keeps you going.
You can't change what's happened to you.
Yeah, you just got to push forward with it.
Exactly.
And know your worth.
Yes.
That's important.
That's
important.
much over everything, yeah.
And if someone's walking out because of one thing,
fuck yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, now that we're laughing and smiling again and not crying together anymore, what else does 2026 have in store for Mood Swing Misery? I know you have a massive show this weekend, but what else is going on in
Jordan's
2026?
He claps his hands.
You want to talk?
Uh-oh.
Sure, yeah. I'll talk about it. I'm personally really excited because I really like what Max was saying, where I do think Moth not only is one of our best songs, but it marks like a huge transition for the band, and in that regard, all of our lives and just like our evolution, you know.
Yeah.
And so on all of our music that we have released so far, I'm actually not on any of it because, as they mentioned, I came in a little bit later. I have been in the band for longer than the previous guy, but we still don't have any recorded music. And
This guy. Have some respect.
Bailey,
He's not going to hear it. He's off the grid. It's all right.
yeah, exactly.
You're not going to hear it.
But anyways, something I keep telling these guys is that, you know, like, we've been working on a lot of new music. We actually just recorded a ton of tracks with our super loyal producer, and I would say that shut up, man.
Loyal.
Our new sound is something that I am just totally in love with, and I think that it marks a very obvious evolution for us as musicians and as a band, and it's just really, really exciting. You know, it's fun. I get to grow with these guys, and it's just good, dude. I think it's going to be a great year.
Well, when you have someone writing lyrics so deep and they're in that space with you, that trust is there. You know, that respect is there.
Yeah.
You have to do this with people who understand you and that would be there for you. And it
Yeah.
seems like you guys are very close.
No, I think what helps too is
These
being.
guys are my best friends.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up? What's up?
Hell yeah. There you
But-
go.
What else is I was gonna say on that note is, I mean, being that me and Jordan have played in other musical projects, I think kind of relaying back to what he said back toward the start, but it's like this appreciation that, you know, we have like faith in each other to write in the way that we deem fit. And I've always said that I feel as the drummer that I am, like, I'm allowed to kind of just have free reign and do whatever the hell I want to. If I really want to do a big gargantuan fill in the middle of a solo, like, no one's going to get pissed at me.
Yeah.
I actually was going to say that, and I wasn't really sure how to word it because I didn't want it to come off insulting or anything. But there was a couple of parts in here that just sounded kind of messy, but in a good way, though.
Yeah.
I'm hearing things, and they're not kind of on the same beat, the same pattern, but but it works.
Yeah, and I mean it.
And that's a little bit of. Is that what you're talking about? A little bit, like you're able to kind of mix things up in there, and
yeah. I mean, I think also, I think considering I think that take that we took for those drum parts is one of my earliest ones that we did that day. It sounds a little rougher, but I
like it.
Yeah,
I like it too.
He's like, I like it. I like it now too. But you know, being a musician, it's hard to not be like nitpicky of yourself and everything.
Then trust outsiders. Hard. Trust the outsiders.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
I feel like what you're trying to say, though, which I would definitely want to echo that, is that just like, I feel like the three of us really feel like as musicians we get to be ourselves during the writing process, and in that, like, we give each other that space, and it's just super duper, like, you know, inspiring, you know, and almost enlightening in a way where sometimes we'll get together and we'll just start jamming it out, and we'll just do literally whatever comes to our minds, and then Trent will be like, oh my god, do that again, that sounded amazing, you know, or Max will be like, wait, let's run back this part and do it like this, and then we do it like that, and it's awesome. And it's like it's almost like we're sort of discovering ourselves together as musicians, you know. It's just like getting to hear what we come up with as a band. It's just such a we have great chemistry, and it's super duper fun. And like, practice is honestly one of the highlights of my week, you know.
I was gonna say the band practices is like your therapy.
Genuinely.
Like,
yeah. And you were saying, you know, you guys just get together and you jam together, but I mean, obviously what you guys are doing is working, because you're saying this is a big kind of step for your band in a new direction. So I think what you're doing is working. You're on to something.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Genuinely, thank you. Yeah.
Cool. But so you said you guys are recording a new EP. Is that what you said? You guys are putting out new music.
We're trying for album.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Okay.
I mean, with Oh, so misinformation.
Can we cut that?
Fake
Yeah,
news.
Um,
That might have been my bad, actually.
no, no,
I don't
he,
even know.
he said.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay.
No, no.
All right, all right.
Jordan, let's.
Every time I say EP, just like bleep it.
Where are
Okay?
my Jordan defenders at? Rise up.
Oh, hey.
Oh, let's say hi to Titus.
But I mean, I think with we just recorded 4 new songs not too long ago. We have a few more that we're sitting on the back burner with. I would ideally like to see us release a fuller length project, just because I think with all the ideas that we have for this new sound, I think it's hard to just kind of put it out in pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just let's just go full stop and go all the way and do a bigger piece. And I want it to be like a big, proud, this is us in like the truest form that we're the most proud of.
Definitely.
And, I mean, we're gonna constantly keep growing and changing and finding new things, but I mean, I just feel like there's a lot of pressure to like constantly put out stuff now, especially in the age of streaming. But it's like there's liberty to taking time in the things that you're most passionate about.
There's no rules to any of this.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
and the only people that really care as much, in all honesty, is us. So it's like
That's you have to have that
Yeah.
mindset, because if you start like thinking about how can I appease others, then the band's not going to work.
yeah, for sure. I mean, we don't have like rabid Twitter stands or anything yet, so until that day comes, we can take our time and like
Yeah,
just
absolutely,
be
absolutely.
the best version of ourselves.
So basically, what you're trying to say, there's more music coming, and that means we're gonna have to break down another track.
yeah,
later on.
I hope
I
so.
think that's what we're alluding to. Is we're busy. We got a next booked couple of weeks of shows after the HQ show, and
Can't wait to see you there, man.
yeah, and we're
Yeah,
hopeful to see you there if the
Wow.
snow clears.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
really great experience.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. No, it's been a fucking blast. You guys are cool dudes, and I like
Oh,
the
thank
music.
you, man. Thank you.
I like people who are raw and emotional in their music, because that's what saved my life. Was
Yeah.
raw,
Oh, yeah,
emotional, vulnerable music. Because I didn't feel alone when I really needed it. Because I had those lyrics.
Yes, sir.
Ditto.
Lyrics are powerful. Music is powerful. So keep making it, and we'll break down another song later on this year. Oh.
Speak.
Yes, sir.
So if somebody were to say,
Oh, that would be great.
hey, Mood Swing, where's the best place to keep track of everything you got coming up? When that album comes out, where can I find it? Somebody were to ask you guys that, where would you send them?
We're on Instagram as moodswingmisery.band. We are on TikTok. We are on Bandcamp. We are on YouTube, Spotify.
Or all the places. Did you say
We're-
you had a music video for this track?
We do have
Yes,
a music
sir.
video for it.
Okay,
that
cool. I
was-
gotta check that out.
And it's awesome, and it is super cool because it uses high 8 and 4K cameras.
Yes, sir.
A mix of the old and the new. And I'm really proud
Your
of how
dad
it
was
turned out.
saying that he was using that camera for something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
likes
he-
to do stuff with that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
He totally likes to hit me up and go, "Can I use your camera?" So,
Hell
no,
yeah.
but it's
I love
it's
it.
rad. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
love
should
it.
go check
Everyone's
out if you
throwing
haven't.
filters and shit to make it look like that. You guys have the real thing.
No, it's real deal tape. And
Yeah,
converted
that's
to digital.
awesome.
Yeah,
Very
super
cool. You guys are authentic down to the cameras you use for your videos. I dig
Exactly.
it. I dig it.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Well, dudes, thank you so much for opening up and being raw and vulnerable on this podcast. It was a heavy one, so I appreciate it. And like I was saying earlier, I think the more people who open up, the better. You know, it'll make other people want to open up. Let's just talk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let's just hang out. Let's just talk about real human things.
For sure.
Weird. But speaking of human things, there is a show next weekend, this upcoming weekend at HQ in Denver, Colorado.
Yes.
We have the Brayburn Showcase and
Yes.
the opening act, which you need to be there for. Mood Swing Misery. Then we got Circling Over, Ironox, Talking Point, and Suicide Cages. There's going to be a bunch of merch there. There's going to be vinyls. I heard there's even going to be some skateboards.
Speak.
Oh yeah, the decks, dude.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah. So there's a lot of reasons to go to this show. I will be there with a booth right next to Derek and I'll be
Yes.
passing out some flyers. I'll have your episode on a QR code, so people can take that with them and
Hell
check
yeah.
out your episode specifically. So we're gonna have a fun weekend, and I'm looking forward to the Voodoo Donuts before the show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's all go together.
Yeah, let's all go.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Donut.
Hell yeah,
That
dudes!
one-
I will see you. I will see you
That one.
Saturday. I'm
Yes.
looking forward to it. This episode's actually going to drop the day of the show, and it's gonna drop the morning of the show. It's kind of like a last push to be like,
Yes.
this is who's opening.
go.
This is why you need to come early.
Yes, and you should listen. And if you're watching this at 9 in the morning before you go down, you should go down, and we'll see you there because it'll be rad. And tickets are like $15, and they're cheap. And they
Listen to their episode on the way over there.
Yes, listen to the episode on the hour drive down from Fort Collins if you're all the way up here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great and emotional night.
Yes, and-
You
indeed.
all have really rough lyrics. You know what I mean? Like you all are
Mhm.
pulling from somewhere very powerful, and I think it shows in all your guys' music. I think Derek is onto something too. How he picks you
Right.
guys out.
Yeah, the curation.
Yeah. Well, I'm stoked to hear the song live. Are you going to play it?
Always.
Obviously.
Okay, cool. Cool. Well, then I'm stoked to hear it, and then we'll hang out after your set. I'm sure I'll see you before.
Sounds good.
Sure, I'll see you before. But yeah, so this episode, drops the day of the show. So if you're on your way, we will see you later tonight.
See you there.